Greetings, everyone.
Hello, lovely beings. Forever awesome.
Forever awesome. All in the house.
Here. Yes. I'm Janneke Hellebrekers, aka Miss Hellbreaker.
And Hydro Hellbreaker.
Yes.
In the house.
Woohoo! And now we want to talk about what is happening in the world, because we're like in the cusp of a huge, broad shift in this reality, and it's called also the ascension process or spiritual mass awakening.
The Great Awakening.
The Great Awakening also.
Spiritual warfare.
Yeah, there's a lot of things happening in this reality, and a lot of people what is a spiritual awakening? It's like you see the world for what it is, and you see beyond the veil. It's almost like the Matrix or the Truman Show, and you see the world differently. Like, oh God, they lied about everything, and everything is like made up, and it's really crazy. Like
it is crazy. I wonder about it. Like, it's like the Truman Show, and like we are the show. Are we the show, or is just one of us having this big dream that we're all here, and it's like you're Truman, or we're all Truman? Like, I'm confused. Like, I don't know if this is coming from one mind that's splitting and making it seem like there's other people, or are we really just our individual souls out here having the same experience?
Because some people also say like it's only you, the rest is all a reflection of you, and you're the only one, and you're like, what is this reality? But it can also be like everybody is a different God consciousness, like in a different perspective. So everybody has different perspective on the same thing, and that's why we're all here to give different perspective. That's why a lot of people, they don't perceive this reality the same way as other people. And you have people that wake up earlier like us, but there's like people that for a long time already woke up earlier and are like waking up other people, but they're not always like, not everybody like understands them.
No, but yeah. Well, the thing is, like, here's how I see the waking up process. It's like they're always just like triggers that wake people up. It's you pretty much when you're at the end of the line. It could be a near-death experience. It could be a death of a loved one, or it could just be like a burnout like you had.
I had a burnout, and I feel like
And
I was
something triggers you to want to wake up.
I was like a drone, or like a zombie, or like they call it also like, not some people don't like it, but NPC. Non-player character, non-playing character. They call it NPC, and like I feel like until I was 30, I was like an NPC, but I still was like always questioning everything.
Because you weren't truly an NPC. The thing is, you were taught, we were always indoctrinated and taught to live and behave like a nice, good NPC. But deep down inside, you weren't that. So you just kept thinking and trying to figure this thing out and wondering what's going on, what was wrong with you.
I was always rebelling already, like against the authority, like always. But when my burnout was like in the first time, like I was like always like doing what everybody else expected of me, and then for the first time it's like, what do I actually want to do? So I feel I started living when I was 30 and saying no to people that I first didn't dare to say no to.
That's the hardest part too, because a lot of times being a nice person, you don't want to let anybody down, so you kind of grew up like overextending and always never saying no to people. But then one day, not to say no, I mean to say no to people, but like you end up like basically looking after you because nobody else is. You're looking after everybody else but yourself at this moment, at least for me. Not this moment, but in the past. And you learn to say no because sometimes you're just not ready to do somebody's asked of you, or you just don't want to do it, period. Not like you don't want to help, you do want to help, but you have to take care of yourself, and something doesn't resonate with you, you say no to it, you don't do it.
But it's also because you become more conscious. So it's like you suddenly become conscious, you start questioning things, you start like thinking of things, you have more like you make certain choices. And the more you were learning and healing, like I went into a healing process, and I was like getting all sorts of like spiritual books, like The Power of No from Eckhart Tolle, and I was reading everything.
Not working there.
Yeah, and I was going to workshops and retreats and learning and healing and family constellations. So I did a lot of work on myself. And then you find out like, hey, there's not that much distance. Like you're okay as you are. That's a whole process on itself, because first you think there's something wrong with you, and then you're like, wait a minute, there's something wrong in this world. Like,
Yeah, you later figure that out, huh?
Don't that up. And then you go to the rabbit hole, like you get like at first you get red pills. It's like things are like they lie and think the world is different, and then you get black pills. And like you go into the rabbit hole and you find things out, like just like horrible things,
Oh
like
yeah.
crazy things. Like if you like, I saw some videos like, oh, I sometimes said to him, oh, what I see now, and I'm like crying. So you have to be strong to really go into the rabbit hole, but then it's also you don't want to like you have to pick your battles.
Don't let it overtake you.
Fight all battles. Like I want to change the whole world. When you know it, you want to change the whole world and you want to make it better for everybody. But still, that's also a really big part of the spiritual awakening process.
Yeah, I had that when I first had waking up. And I realized when I was trying to wake other people up that I was just really just annoying people without knowing it. Like the family, everybody, they were like, oh, here he comes again with his awakening stuff. I'm like, and then I learned later on that like the awakening was for me and for me only, because everybody has to go through the process on their own when the time is right. So I decided to say, you know what? Like people live, I'm gonna do my thing, they do their thing. We all have an individual mission, our own special missions. So if it's my mission for me to go through it when I did this awakening, then so be it. This person over there has not. Well, it's not ready for them. Maybe they will, maybe they will never do it. Maybe their soul didn't come down here for that experience in particular. But then again, I feel like we're here doing this because the ones that don't wake up or don't wake up or don't even realize it, there's something like she said earlier, it's just not right with the world we're living in, and we have to change this thing for the better. It's painful. It's a painful process because you get a lot of backlash and you get a lot of gaslighting. You get attacked constantly. Basically, you're crucified for all that we're doing. But real ones, we're not going to give up. We're going to keep fighting. We're going to keep doing the best we can do, even if it means like you get less things out of life and not have what everybody else has. We're going to make it some kind of way. But the mission is important. We must go forward with it. So like this is bred into our DNA for some reason. But we just came back as light workers and like these souls that came here just to fix this. Take the old game out, put the new game in it, make it better for everybody else. Because maybe it worked at one point in time, but now it's not working. So it's for us, up to us to try to change this game over and fix it for everybody, or at least help with it.
Yeah, and that is your like soul purpose at one point, is like helping others free themselves, because you can be so much more freer on like so many different levels. And people think they're free, but they're not. Like they're actually like in the system, not knowing the cost energy of them.
Even now we're all slaves.
Lots of people are suffering and they don't even know why they're suffering. So there's we share lots of things that you can use to help yourself. I also, with all the books that we write and with all the things that we share, we want to empower yourself, take back your health, take back your mental health, take back and that is so important for people to like understand what is happening, and then you can see what do I want to do about it. And everybody has their different roles. That people have different roles. Like there's people that just share about one thing, like people say like sharing about the chemtrails, and then just do that. And then
people that have like they have their singular mission. Like rather like I like how we do it. Like we'll share about everything. We have great knowledge on it as well. We'll research it, we'll figure it out, and we'll talk about it and we'll discuss it. Some people will just, like she said, will just have chemtrails. Another person will just have being a fruitarian. One person will have about grounding, walking with no shoes on. And these are all good things that are good for you, but like it seems like everybody's stuck with just one particular specialty that they do. But we combine it, we have it all. Not only do we apply it, but we have all these different spots of information, avenues of information that we give out.
Yeah, but that's what like some people have a niche and they do this, and we don't have a niche because like we can be talking about communication another time, about food, and not about like health. We have like different things, like we were walking encyclopedias for like consciousness. It's like
we're walking a concert record over here. That's what we do.
And we also, that's like really one of our biggest our spiritual growth. And we're very committed to that, and we keep learning every day, and we also share with each other. So, and then also at one point you want to connect with like-minded people, because the information and the knowledge you want to share, it's like it's deeper. And if you talk with other people, it's also nice, but it's a lot of times it feels superficial.
Well, I feel like because if you don't really get with the like-minded, all you have is like people that aren't really like-minded that are just, I'm not saying normal, but like there is no programming. You can say NPCs or whatever. But like I said, we were in that same boat at one point. But like it's just it doesn't feel you feel like you're wasting your time and energy. Even though I want to help everyone, it feels like if they're not where you are on that level, if they're not willing to, then you have to like kind of pull yourself from that and try to. It's difficult to find a like-minded because like we're gonna share this information with,
Oh,
and that's why we do these videos because some of you guys will gravitate to this. You know what I mean? And then we'll have it going that way. Because just living in a certain area, you're not gonna be surrounded by like-minded people. It's gonna be just a normal class of people that are just.
but it's also because you were destined to bring this to the people that don't know about it. Like you share seeds of awakening into the people around you. So you also, when you woke up, the people around you have had no clue, but now they're more open to it. So it changes also, but it's also because you're here to bring that consciousness to, because like in the Stephen Hawking was in the consciousness levels. It's like one person, like it's like the same as like 700,000 people that are like unconscious. You bring that frequency. You make that frequency available for other people. And people are interested in the things. Like I had people here in the neighborhood asking me for if I could give them yoga, meditation. I went to like it was children's party. I gave the children yoga like spontaneously. So and they really liked it. So it's like you have that ability to bring that consciousness in a different way. Like the love that you miss in this world, you can bring it. You can bring smiles, you can bring hugs, you can bring information, you can bring knowledge, you can bring healthy food to like when people have get together with food, you can bring the healthy food. Like there's like so many little things that you can already bring, and also your knowledge. And not everybody will listen to it, but that's why you have to bring that. Your online is a really good thing to bring that, because you learn from it yourself, and you share what you would like to hear. Yeah, you would like to hear. Like that's why we also share this, not only for us, for our own benefit. We learn from it, but also to let people know like the things, how you view the world is not strange. It's not crazy. We like you. But you have to find your way. You have to find what is your purpose, what is your mission in this world. And for us, it's like really like helping people.
We're all searching, like even though we help people and do different services and things like to this nature, sometimes it feels like we're still searching for that purpose. And brilliantly enough, I heard somebody on TikTok, I'm not gonna say name, not that I can remember it, but this person said, the purpose you're searching for will find you. And you'll discover what your purpose is. It says we're always searching for a purpose, but it finds you. And that was nice. That was pretty awesome what they said.
Yeah, what they say also, what you are looking for is also looking for you. So, and that's the same with how we found each other, because you're looking for something and then you found it, and it's like, yeah, that was what I'm looking for. I didn't even know it. So the more you grow, the more you are shining your own being, your own authenticity, then others people will find you and attract to it. But what is now happening in the
I want to make some clear with that real quick. I'm going to cut in.
Yeah.
With the how we found each other, it's like, which like I think what you mean by this is because like I had not been looking for a partner. I'm sure you weren't either. And like you were looking for like growth and improving yourself. That's what we're looking for, how to become a greater version of what we are. And then that is pretty much us applying this and trying to become this. Is how we actually met, because we were trying to get better at what we are, who we are, and do what we got to do or want to do. And then we just ended up like I met you, you met me, just and then things,
And we were on the same path, so it's really beautiful that we can be on this mission together.
And it's nice because we discussed conversations that shown us that we were on the same path. It was a great thing.
And that is something like only when you are really authentically yourself, people gravitate to that. Like when you are like yourself, you're like happy with yourself, you have self-love, and people will feel that. But that is also what's happening in the world. So you can be the beacon of light. That's why we also call them light warriors, light workers, because we're working with the light. So how the more lighter you are, you become more like happier, like more like smiling, more like bringing your joy into the world. And that is why it's so important that you find your joy and what lights you up, and you bring that into the world. But what is happening now in the world is that first, like one by one, when people were like waking up, you always say it's so nice with popcorn.
Oh yeah, here's
Yeah.
an example. Like I feel like for me, the waking up process is like you pop that back popcorn, those few kernels that pop instantly. Those would be your light workers and your light warriors. That would be us. But then eventually that's going to cause a chain reaction when all the other kernels are going to start popping. And then everybody's gonna wake up eventually to this process. But there will always be just those remaining few that will not pop. And it's funny because when you empty that bag of popcorn, there's always those kernels that just remain kernels that never popped in the first place. Meaning maybe they didn't have the mission or wasn't, the soul's mission to come wake up in that lifetime.
But what we're now going, we're like pioneers, we're already awakening, and then more people are awakening, but we're going to a mass awakening. Like everybody in the world will understand it suddenly, but it can be like they say it like monkey effect. Like if it's like in the consciousness in the Akashic records, and some person like downloads it. That's why there was also certain inventions that were at the same time in different places in the world. And also what they say with the monkey effect is like a monkey in a different island started to open up a banana, and the monkeys in different islands suddenly also knew how to do it because it's in the fields. The ideas are in the field, in the Akashic records, and people download it. So I believe that at one point we have a mass awakening. People just, the dots are suddenly connected. They wake up and they understand what's happened. Like we're not the only ones anymore. We have like millions and millions of people.
Yeah, now yeah.
And it's going more rapidly because the more people waking up and sharing about it and sharing things online, it's like it's inevitable. So it's coming and it's going more rapidly, and more people sharing about this. So it's not like something strange or crazy what we are sharing, but more people seeing this reality for what it is and sharing truths. And it's like, and it's coming, it's growing and growing. And we are like, I have like more followers every day. We pick up people who want to know more. And once you're in this path, you want to know more. Like once you wake up, you want to know more. And that's why we woke up a long time ago and we learned so much. And that's why we want to share, because it also costs you less time. What we found out in 20 years, you can find out in half a year. And that's why we also share, I share also in my books, it's the fast track ways to finding like how to feel better and how to raise your consciousness and know how to learn and what is best for your body and stuff.
So basically we have you have a guide.
Yeah.
And that would be us, which we didn't have this because since we were among one of the first to wake up. And I'm pretty sure we're not the first, what I mean by that, because it's some before us that are much older, but maybe they were before their time and never came through. But since we've been working in this area for such a while now, anybody else who wakes up, it's going to be easier to transition because, like she said, she has all these aids that can help you, like these books, some guides, some information, to that better.
Yeah, and more knowledge is coming out, and deeper knowledge also. Like things that you've like for me, it's like if certain things that are like suddenly online is being shared, because a lot of things were also hidden before, and that's why they call it also hidden knowledge or occult knowledge. It was hidden before. So what was hidden before is not hidden anymore. It's like and you see that like, oh, they share about this. So suddenly this information is almost like common. Like in the past, if you would talk about organic food and chakras, they look at you strange. And now it's like normal for people to know about this. So and now it's going rapidly and rapidly. So we're going to a mass awakening, and that's what we also want to share about. Like
the powers that be
it's coming.
Yeah, it is coming. The powers that be are losing control. I feel like a lot of things are hidden because it helps you with that control over them. But everything, like you said, the veil is lifted. You know, the veil is cracking, it's breaking, it's coming down quickly, and everything is being seen for what it is, and the control that's over all of us, it's losing its grip, and I feel like
And that's why it's also sometimes there's a lot of chaos and suffering and bad things in the world, but there's something underneath that. There's something underneath that if you can tap into it, you can feel it. There's like excitement. There is more beautiful things for this humanity. You know, more amazing things are coming because the once you know what was happening, that was already really bad. So it can only get better. And some people really think like, oh yeah, but this is bad and this is coming. Like, no, there's more freedom coming and more truth and more consciousness and more love and more peace.
well, hopefully it's a smoother transition than what I think it is. What I think it is like if you're giving that power, not us, but the ones that have power right now, the people, if they give up the power, they're not gonna just hand it over to us. They're gonna go down kicking and screaming. So I feel like there might be a little bit of a hardship coming, but ultimately the goal, and I think this is going to happen. Like it will be peace. It will be a beautiful thing. It will be nice. Everything will be just the way it needs to be.
And that's what I also call ascension, the golden age, Aquarian age. And I really believe that is coming, and we can all contribute to that new place. That is a we can all co-create this together. So the more you co-create in love and like do action with love, we contribute to a better world for everyone.
I feel like it's headed there because I see a lot of unity taking place that I've never seen before, and it really is a pretty awesome thing. So it's definitely going to head in a positive direction, and this darkness will be cleared out one day. It'll just be the light.
Because everything will be so clear, all the lies and all the bullshit and all the illusion, they call it also Maya, this illusion, it's like crumbling. And that is like more and more people seeing through it. And they say also that if you see through it, you're part of the solution. You see through the illusion, you're part of the solution. And that is because you finding ways to better yourself and you growth on all levels. And by doing that, you help others as well. But by doing that, you become your most authentic self. You're like you by being yourself, your full self, you make this frequency available for everybody, and you're healing yourself. Because also when you heal yourself, you heal also part of the collective. Because some people say like healing is all you or it's all collective, but I feel it's like it's like so above, so below, so within, so without.
Maybe an example of being yourself. It's a good example of that. I can probably just come up with a couple right now. Like basically, when you're with a certain group, or you're with family, or with somebody else, you always feel like you have to act different or a certain way. But when you come to the point where like you don't care about what anybody thinks about you because you're gonna be you and authentically you, I feel like that's when you really truly come into your power.
And you feel that. You feel when people are really real. Like I never found someone that is as real as you. I feel like you're like really real. Like if there's a lot of people,
And it's the same here because we're like this is like a projection reflection.
and
I mean,
a lot of people in this reality that have like millions and millions of followers, it's like people saying like they're not real or like they're like controlled opposition. But as long as they don't tell the full truth, you don't know if they're real or not. And also when they have a lot of followers, like the people that are really real can shadow ban.
yeah.
Really.
Like when you see like thousands of followers, it's like okay, it makes you question like how real.
But it's coming. It's coming. It's coming that more people feel this reality and feel this frequency and they want to learn about that. So it's growing.
So maybe we just be the example of like being real, and maybe it'll catch on like
Yeah.
a wildfire.
I'm quite sure like people want to know this knowledge that we share. And I think it's just like growing and growing. And that's also what they say, be you and the world will adjust.
I like that.
And I really believe that's happening. It's happening. It's like people are looking for this information.
It's true.
So you are very, very welcome. Because we were like doing this already for many, many years, and more and more people are open to this information now. And I really believe we're going to a mass awakening. I don't know when it will happen, but it's coming. But it's also for everybody to know that it's coming, and you are there to help your fellow human beings around you. So you're holding the light, holding the frequency, holding the space, and being there for others in whatever way you want to be there.
Yes. Speaking about holding the lights, you mentioned earlier, and I forgot to elaborate on this, but like eating healthy. I'm back to eating like mostly just fruit, and water, and herbs, and it really does make a difference on your frequency, raising your frequency. I feel like less sluggish, and I feel like this is the way to go. Even if you do it for a short time, because I know some people have a hard time with addictions. A lot of us have addictions that we're fighting right now. If we conquer these addictions and just raise our frequency, try to get more healthier, your light will just increase greatly. And you'll feel a difference. You will feel a difference. I feel very electrical. I feel very good, very strong.
Yeah, you have more energy also.
And it helps me to help other people. Like you can't really help yourself, help other people when you yourself are not feeling that great. You just kind of like, at least me, just want to be left alone, kind of like, just not bothered at all.
But it's for everybody different.
The motivation is hard, but like when you're for me, when I eat healthy, for me that light grows, and now I feel like I want to help more and do more for everybody.
That's good. And it's also, I also understand that everybody's in a different place of their healing journey, because a lot of people are just healing themselves and they don't even have energy enough to help others. So it's about where you are in this journey, and whatever you do, it's about being of service to others, but you also have to be in service to yourself. So make sure that you are like your cup is over, like running over, and then you can like spilling, and then you can give to others as well. Because you don't want to be like depleted because you gave too much. But if you have lots of energy inside of yourself, then it's like you're like an unlimited energy being, and it comes and comes. And
the right ones will collect.
Yeah.
Like it's not for everybody. You can't wake everybody up. You can help everyone the way you want to, but the right ones will gravitate to this.
Yeah.
You'll be able to help them. You'll be a nice guide for everybody, guiding people and helping people in any way possible.
But it's about being you and finding yourself under all these layers that society told you how to be. Like you have to be this way or that way, and like no, like you have to find it out yourself.
Yeah, they grew you before you knew to be you. They were trying to create you, like you know what I'm saying. Like they were just trying to make, what they want to make.
Yeah,
and that's just, to be honest, just another robot, another slave.
But it takes a lot of like work on yourself and time and learning and shadow work and healing to just find yourself again. It's like it takes some while, but it gets better. It gets better. But you first
explain shadow work, because there's a lot of crazy people out there that think that it's so bad. When you say shadow work, they bring it to a dark place and they don't know what it is.
It's about learning, like understanding and healing parts of yourself that you don't see before. And that's why it's also important to, like, with the relationships.
Like your traumas.
Yeah, relationships, they also mirror you. So you learn even more about your shadows that you didn't even know, or your beliefs that you had, or like habits, or like part of your character that you, and a lot of times it's what you don't like from someone else. But there's like things that you don't like from someone else, but also things that you don't like from someone else also in you.
So that you don't work on
from that.
You must work on it.
Yeah, but
that's the show.
You can work on anything. You can work on anything. So that's why you can also learn and grow. And once you're on this path of spiritual growth and you want to know more and you understand more. But that's about self-realization, because all the realizations are like self-realization about yourself and understanding this reality and stuff. like understanding why things need to happen in your life and what are the lessons and what is like this person, why was this person in your life. You understand more and more, and there's
Yes, more
so many
understand.
layers. There's always new layers. Like you have like a healing journey. First you have like some emotions come out, and then you find lessons from it and where did it come from, and then you heal from it, you integrate it, you heal, and you have like a new, more complete version of yourself after that.
Yes, complete. You're improving yourself, and becoming a better version of yourself. Because a lot of people like were confused on that term. I heard them on YouTube. I heard them on TikTok. Mostly on YouTube. Like when you mentioned shadow work, they seem to think it was something demonic or dark, but it's really just working on those dark parts of yourself to improve them, so you don't become. Not that you don't become. So you stay. What am I trying to say?
A lot of people also like because of trauma in the past, they
Trauma.
get stuck, but they don't know that they're like repeating the
So
trauma.
you basically have to work this trauma out, so
Yeah.
it doesn't. So you don't live with it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do the shadow work, then you're going to be constantly reminded of the trauma that you never healed.
Yeah.
When you know you should have healed it.
And that's why like EFT, EMDR, family constellations, you can do a lot on that. So
Constellations, we call them consultations, but we call them constellations.
family constellations is
Consultations.
really amazing therapy. There's so much out there what you can do to heal yourself. We are both also like healers, and like I'm both a healer and a coach, and both coaching people as well. So also when you're looking for like you want to have guidance or mentorship or coaching to find yourself and to heal yourself and to help you also be more healthier, you can always reach out to us. We have also all the links underneath. You can really just like have like we do one-on-ones as well, or with two of us with people, because we really like we want to help you. That's what everything what we do is for to be of service to the persons that are watching this and
Yes.
to be here. But that is like the biggest prize. I said like the biggest prize in this whole thing. What you will be doing is finding yourself, being yourself, and it feels so good. Like
Helping people also helps you because like not only do they learn from you, learn from them, but when you heal somebody, you're actually healing yourself because what they have in them, also you may have in yourself or something that relates to it. So healing goes both ways.
yeah, and because like everybody's a reflection of you, but you need to learn who is a reflection of you and who not. If you get triggered, like there's like something that you need to heal, but sometimes you also get triggered. It's like, no, this is not what I want to do and not how I want to be. So it's the more you understand yourself, the more you understand why things need to happen, and what you can learn from it. But for me, it's like I'm more myself, and I like less care what other people think.
And that's where you should be because that's how you can become authentically yourself.
Yeah, and a lot of people like hide themselves because of fear of what someone will say, but a lot of times they don't even say that.
You don't believe how much that like keeps people from accomplishing missions and goals in life.
No.
Because always have like the constant care of what somebody else feels or thinks about you that prevents you from reaching your goals and as far as you need to get.
So really feel what is your mission, what is your purpose, and that is really about what you miss in this world is what you need to bring in this world, and don't let anybody stop you. Anybody stop you.
And try not to let the negativities of social media and other sources of information drop your frequency. Don't get distracted. If it takes you down, try not to pay attention, try not to focus on it. Don't watch a video if you can. If it's like too much for you. Don't let anything stop that frequency. Keep it raising, keep it high, and keep on that mission. Yeah.
Because that is like this is coming. Like you awaken yourself, and then everybody, like the more people awaken and the more people raise the frequency, the more like it's suddenly the field is gone. And then we're going to build a new world, and it's more better for everybody. This moment, like 1% only feeds off the rest with greed and power and money, and it's like and a lot of like you have so much homeless people and people that are like suffering, it shouldn't be like this. There is enough for everyone. There's
We should be like a
prosperity.
super advanced civilization. Seriously, but because of all this greed and like,
And wars, like who wants to actually, it's not necessary, but they use that as saying like, oh, that's why everything is more expensive because of the wars, but they orchestrate those. And we need to see through that and say like, we're not complying with this system anymore. We're not working with that. We're not going to war. We're not
don't
doing
pay
this.
attention to it. That's how I do it. Like some things you need to because you need to know how to move this reality that we have today. But don't like I try not to give into it or pay too much attention on things that like try to grab your attention. Like for example, like certain advertisements. If you want to like take the advertisement off your phone if you're watching something, it'll ask you for like a little survey. I just disregard that, or to ask you like why you don't want to see that, I'll take that away. Or I'll just turn some things off. I'll do whatever I can to not let something engage in activity that I do not wish to engage in.
And that is more awareness also helps you to focus better. So that is really like, where do you want to focus on? What is your mission? What is your purpose? Where you want to put your energy and and that is something that grows every day. Like you make better choices. The more self-love and self-care you have, the better choices you make for
So
yourself.
focus on what you really want, what
Yes.
you really want to do.
And from then you can also help others and be there for others. But I really wish all the best for everybody. And I really believe that we as a humanity are going through a huge transition and we can only come out better at the other side. And I'm very excited about everything what's coming.
We're all on our way there. We have a lot of work to do, all of us. But nonetheless, it's coming.
Yes.
Greatness is coming. Gonna have to work hard for it, but I believe it.
And thank you for listening. Put it in the comments what you think about that. Like you also feel that it's coming. That's like share that underneath here in the comments as well. And we want to hear that from you as well. Hey, I can feel it too. Feel it here.
Feel it in the air.
Yeah, we can feel it, and we hope you feel it too. And at one point we will all be here. And but for now we're like guides of the people that understand and find it now. But later on, because we are not here to guide people through this transition, we're here to after. Also for after to build this, like what we're going to do after. But that is maybe not a video that we make. What we think what is coming. So
yeah, like we're all still waiting. We're all just waiting for it to end, to start anew. Like seriously, like we've been here like this. It's a time yet. So.
But know that you already can make things happen in your reality. And we encourage you to do that and to bring whatever you need to bring in this reality.
Try, and do the best you can.
Yes. Thank you for listening and wishing you all the best.
Yes. Love, light, peace, power, happiness, everybody.
Bye-bye.